Tensions are rising between China and the Philippines. There are spy arrests, confrontations in the South China Sea, and war of words over Taiwan. Why is China suddenly jittery about the Philippines? Can Manila take on Beijing in terms of strategic and military capabilities? Welcome to Game Plan. I'm Shivan Channa. Let's get to the point. It's just the beginning of April and already there have been several confrontations between China and the Philippines. And this week, a Chinese vessel engaged in reckless and dangerous maneuvers against a Philippine Coast Guard vessel in the South China Sea. China has arrested 3 Filipinos on spying charges, which Manila called retaliation for its efforts to target Chinese spies. Meanwhile, Australia has given the Philippine Coast Guard 20 drones to enhance its maritime capabilities. And India is expected to sell Akash short-range missiles to the Philippines this year in a deal worth more than $200 million. Why is all of this happening? Well, the answer may lie in these next 2 terms: Taiwan and the F-16s. The tensions rose after the Philippines made some remarks on Taiwan that angered China. Beijing warned the Philippines not to play with fire after the Philippine military chief indicated that Manila would get involved if China invades Taiwan. Those who play with fire will get burned, it told Manila. The comments from Philippines came after China's back-to-back drills surrounding Taiwan. But the Chinese anger might have been misplaced, as the Philippine Army chief's comments came more in the context of overseas Filipino workers, or OFWs. Now, the Chinese are also angry after the US approved the sale of 20 F-16 fighter jets worth $5.58 billion to the Philippines. The US described the sale as part of supporting the security and foreign policy concerns of the US by improving the capability of a strategic partner. But the US State Department said that Philippines is an important force for political stability in Southeast Asia. China warned that this cooperation must not undermine regional peace and security. The Philippines sought to cool the nerves in Beijing, saying that the F-16 purchase was not intended to harm any third nation. It said the sale is only a part of Manila's efforts to modernize its own military. China's back-to-back military exercises around Taiwan included long-range live-fire drills in the East China Sea by aircraft carriers, fighter jets, and the Coast Guard. China conducted precision strike tests on ports and energy facilities, which came after strong pro-independence stance of Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te. The news of the sale of F-16s to Philippines came amid tensions in South China Sea between the Philippines and China. The South China Sea tensions are mainly about fishing rights, with Chinese Coast Guard often harassing Filipino fishermen in disputed shoals. The long-standing military cooperation between the Philippines and the US has been re-energized in the past couple of years, something China has not been pleased about. The Philippines is also engaged in talks for defense deals with other countries, including for more BrahMos missile systems from India. Manila is also pushing for India to join the Quad grouping, which currently includes Australia, Japan, the Philippines, and the United States. Quad has conducted maritime activities in the Philippines' exclusive economic zone in the South China Sea since last year. So clearly, a new kind of military cooperation is emerging in the South China Sea, with the Philippines at the center of it. With strength in numbers offered by strong allies, the Philippines may become far stronger strategically in the coming days. And this is making Beijing sleepless. Do you think, in the event of a direct confrontation, the Philippines can give a bloody nose to China? Let me know in the comments.